Hey everybody from beautiful Terre Haute, Indiana. The title of this Modesty Makeover video is Getting Rid of the Soot. Before I start, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Share with your friends, whoever you think might need this. But if you watched my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter post, recently I posted about cleaning this beautiful fireplace for Sister Cindy. Getting ready for Sister Pat's amazing 90th birthday party. Whoop whoop, we can't wait to celebrate Saturday and Sunday. Get to see all the people coming in. And so while I was cleaning this, believe it or not, I was getting a sermon through cleaning it. And so this is what God really was teaching me through it. When we are sinners, when we're got the world, we got everything, all the dirt, the soot, the grime, all that in our lives, it builds up over time. And it becomes dark, it becomes bad. And then when we have Jesus coming in, with his blood, he cleanses us. He breaks out all that soot. He gets rid of that soot out of our lives. That sin. And while I was doing this, I used several tools. To clean this. Brush, a toothbrush. There was even vinegar. There was magic eraser. There was SOS pad. I can go, the whole list is on. It's like a big list of tools I was using. Just as God's given us tools in our spiritual life to get rid of the soot out of our own hearts. And that's the sin, to get rid of that sin. We have the Bible to point us to the way to the cross. We have fellow believers. We have Christians. This is what Jesus said, go and spread the gospel to all the world. So we have all the Christians out there to go and spread that Jesus Christ died on the cross. And the cross is a tool for us to look at and saying, that's where I need to be. Get fine. And that's where I can be at in my life. And I can get rid of that stuff. But I use water to clean this. The major thing is Jesus Christ, blood and water, because when they pierced his side, out came blood and water. So that when they pierced that, that's what cleanses us from our sin, is that blood and water. It's that mixture. Because I had to use two different liquids. I had to use vinegar on the mantle plus water and soap. And then the brass, I had to use a brass polish and brass it. It's just as that. And God, that's what God requires. You got to have that blood. I was listening to a song today while I was cleaning. And it said, it's the blood. It's the blood that requires. So we have to have that blood. And that's the important part. That's what I tell students on campuses. That's the problem with the Muslims and the Jews. There's no blood applied. You have to have that blood sacrifice to cleanse out that sin. And then I found out I had cuts. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a minor cut there. It's just a minor cut on my finger. And anytime I got something in there, it hurt. It made me think, the piercings that Jesus took in his hands and his feet. How much did that hurt? Every time they hear those nails going in. And that blood was draining out. I'm crying. I'm sorry, folks. And that the blood, that cut majorly applied. And so we have to get away from that life. Because if we go back to that, we love fires in this fireplace. Who wouldn't? Cold winter day, a warm fire. And then you get that smoke. You get that buildup back. And then you have to go back and re-clean it. It took me an hour. Sister Cindy was a wonderful help to clean that beautiful mantle. And so between the two of us, we got it together. Teamwork makes dream work is one of my favorite sayings I've always heard as a kid. And it's true. So that's the reason why you have where two or three are gathered in his name. There is he in the midst of them. Jesus Christ is there through our roughest battles. And so it takes two or three of us to help somebody out. Because Psalms 133:1, where brethren dwell together in unity. That's what we have to have, is that unity. And my mom always told me when I was cleaning to use some elbow muscle. So use some elbow grease. Get that muscle in there. Get that elbow grease in there. And you have to have that. You have to have that brethren unity working together to clean it. And so if we go back to that life, like we go back to the fire, we're bringing that sin back in. We're bringing that soot, the grime, the dirt, all of that back in our lives. And we've got to go again and put that blood, put it back under the blood. So stop that. If you are having something in your life you need to get rid of, get to that old-fashioned altar. Cry out for God. Because that's where my life began as a Christian, was the old-fashioned altar. No, it does not have to be in church. It can be at home where my brother got saved. It can be in a basketball arena where my baby brother got saved during a church rally at a student convention we went to. And there's so many different places. My dad was in a jail cell. My mom, I think she said she was in church when she got saved. So it doesn't matter where you get saved. What matters is who's there. It's Jesus. That's where he wants to meet us at. And then when we get rid of all that, we get rid of all that dirt, that grime, that soot. Say no more. No more to that. And so that's what I'm here to tell you today. It's possible to say, I don't want the dirt in my life. It's possible to get the grime out. So I pray this blessed you as much as it has blessed me. I pray that y'all have a wonderful day. God bless. Bye.